to everyone. Welcome back to a new session of falling into the arms of God. Meditations with our Saint Therese of Avila. This is your Pastor Yeti. What is real? That's a good question, right? All divine things gave me great pleasure, yet those of the world held me prisoner. I seem to have wanted to reconcile two opposites, the spiritual life and the joys, pleasures, and pastimes of the senses. Teresa struggled enormously with her dichotomous life. That is, with her desire for God on the one hand and her enjoyment of life's pleasures on the other. Teresa was not naive, however, and she was perfectly aware that God works in and through the world. It was the attachment to the ways of the world that concerned her, the desire for her senses to be satiated through the pleasures of personal attention and recognition. It was the subtlety of her pride and ego that she watched as they would rise again and again to receive praise and acknowledgement. Even though she was ostensibly doing God's work, she knew that she was erroneously claiming the credit. Teresa instinctively knew that there was a greater purity to be had in living in this world, that there was a truth beyond personal and societal desires. In many Eastern traditions, the ego and the world are understood as illusions. The reality is spirit, and all else is not real. Sometimes this philosophy can appear somewhat harsh, since it seems to dismiss as not real many of our painful earthly experiences. To me, this speaks of separation, separating our ego selves from our God selves. But the ego is as much God as spirit is. To say that the ego is not God implies that it comes from elsewhere. But from where? All is God. If we try to deny the ego, it will only fight harder to survive. And if we look underneath all the desires and claims of the ego, we always come to the same conclusion. The ego is looking to be loved. Teresa was known for her compassion and was always readily available to console and counsel any nuns, priests, or people in the community who were having difficulties. Love one another, she would say. It is love that allows the ego to lie down calmly and to turn in the Spirit of God working in our lives. It is love that shows us that the stories of the ego are not as enticing as we first thought. When our ego rears its head with its demands, ideas, and get-rich schemes, we would do well first to send it love, and then to send it more love. When it calm check back in. Very often we will find that its impulsive ideas have complexly dissolved. Sometimes this admonition to love, and especially to love others and their ideas, can seem overly demanding. Our reaction can be to run, since nobody enjoys being commanded to do anything. But is this not what many of the great prophets and religious figures have taught us? Yes, we are commanded to love. Ensuring someone that she is loved allows her to return to the truth of her existence. This assurance can be given through a simple gesture or tender word. Truth without love can be harsh. Love without truth can fall into sentimentality. Together, they work miracles, since they relate to our wholeness, our ego, and our spirit. Now, in your time, find a place that you find peace. Is it before bedtime? Is it before you go to work? This is what you need to find out for yourself. Letting yourself sink in a place of deep peace. Breathe into the largeness of your spirit. Let yourself soak in the magnificent love that you are. Now invite your ego to join you and allow it to be enveloped in this love. Hold the ego as you would a small child, and simply allow the love to permeate no matter what arises. Excuse me. Just allow the love to flow. May you find peace within. This is your Pastor Yeti.